So we are at Burnham Rise, which is one of our showcase properties, I would say. One of the properties that I got most excited about being involved in the tender stage. We were actually doing another job on Herons Lane, but lower down the road. And I think the client saw us working there really. He saw how we worked as a team. You know, he could see the people enjoying their work on site, still working hard, producing a great result. So he asked for us to go on the tender. There's a lot of properties that have the drive-by appeal, that you drive past it and it looks great. But when you go in, it's the small detail that, you know, the reveals, the millimetre perfect joinery. The team that we've got and the expertise that we've got is really suited to the small details. It's the small details that make the difference. There's 12,000 bricks in each chimney, that's my quote, which, you know, an average house has 12,000 bricks, but each chimney has 12,000 bricks. The timber panelled ceiling in the room we're in at the minute was a massive challenge. Every panel had to be millimetre perfect so that they finished at a point to each light. And I think what was quite interesting with the client is he wasn't aware of some of the details, and it wasn't until we carried them out that he was like, wow, I didn't realise that'd be like that, it looks amazing. Project at Whiten was for a long-standing client and now friend who was on the hunt for actually a new build property. She rang me up and said, I think we've found where we want, but you're not going to like it because there's no building work here. So she said, will you come and have a look? As we were walking around, she sort of said, well, actually, I want to change that. I want to change that. I'd like to knock that wall down. I think actually we'll change this. And it sort of turned from not doing anything to putting in a natural pool and an indoor swimming pool, putting on extensions, redoing the roof, redoing the windows, taking out the floor, putting in underfloor heating, putting in biomass. I was tasked to try and create an owl door. We found someone who was a skilled chainsawist, had a door made out of oak, took it to him, and then he chainsawed an owl into the front of it, so I thought that was quite cool. I quite like the library with the secret door to the office.
So we're sat in the living room of Ash Tree Farm. It's a listed farmhouse in Attlebridge. We were approached originally by a local architect to give it a new lease of life. The client likes to host parties, has a big family, likes to get them around for gatherings, but the space really wasn't lending itself to being able to do that. And it's a shame because it sits in a lovely, well-kept garden with lots of natural light. We competitively tendered the original. It came back over budget. We went through a VE process, worked really closely with the architects and the clients to get it down, and I think that was probably what was the sort of key selling point for us. We're very quick to, and we're not afraid to dive into the detail of where we can save money the moment we're told it's over budget. We're not one to wait for an architect to give us a list of exactly what they want us to change. We're happy to put some proposals forward based on what we know we can do. All of the exposed timbers, they needed to be lightened. It was a bit dark and gloomy. It didn't pay homage to the natural light that comes in through the massive windows in the room we're sat in now. We did various sample panels on the timbers above me of how can we strip back the stain to the natural product without damaging the timber, and then give it a new lease of life with a really lightweight lime paint system that is not, there's no acrylics, it's all natural products. It's not going to damage the fabric that we're working with. Originally they had a timber orangery, probably from 20, 30 years ago, starting to show signs of rot. It just needed a bit of love. The client really wanted a space that was sort of bringing outdoor living in, with nice stone floors, structural glass extension, but with some timber, essentially fins to provide solar shading. The key point for me has just been giving the client a space that they can now use and it be everything that they wanted. We've given a traditional property a new lease of life without losing any of the original character and original features. They're over the moon with the space. It's become something that they're now proud to use, proud to have people round. We've had such a good relationship with the client on this one, and they're so happy with the end product that we're actually currently on site for one son, refurbishing his, again, a listed rectory in Norfolk, and due to start on the other sons in November this year.
We're lucky with the clients we've got, and generally most of our projects come from referral. We like to be like a family, and we sort of like to include the clients in with that, and we do generally find that our clients sort of become part of the family. We stay friends afterwards, we look after their property afterwards. It's really important for us that we're not just building something amazing, we're building what the client wants and that they enjoy the experience of it. We have an amazing team, whether it's on site, through to site managers, through to project managers and the senior management team. We're currently employing 62 people directly. I know firsthand that everyone who works for us wants to deliver the best that they can. But there will always be a project lead who will be a director, who will be available regularly, go to every site meeting. But we don't want to be a faceless company. We want to be involved in what we do because we do generally enjoy it.
We've really carefully built a team of tradesmen from all ages really. Obviously the older guys, they are craftsmen of a sort of different era of building. I mean, we have a great father and son duo who live in North Creek who are really passionate about stonework and sort of traditional building techniques.
So I always describe Grocott Murfit as a design-led construction company. I've always embraced the design ethos and collaborative working.
We're definitely a quality-first company. We always will be. As much as we have to focus on cost in terms of keeping things in budget for the client, we will always be quality over anything. We're probably our own worst critics in terms of what we do. People are building dream homes with us, they're spending a lot of money and they deserve to have what they're paying for.
When we started to build bigger properties and more impressive properties, kitchens and bathrooms, we never really had that much involvement in. It just had a disjoint from this great experience that we were giving a client building to then the interiors, which is quite an important part. We wouldn't have that control or that input. So I decided that I thought it would be a good idea to start an interior company, in particular kitchens and bathrooms. Arcadia, which is our sister company, concentrates on kitchens, bathrooms and high-end interiors. They will do that as a standalone business for anyone who wants to come in and see it, but we do quite enjoy helping people with the whole experience, whether it's finding them an architect or using one of our in-house architects. We're quite open to, from the start through to the end, giving people an enjoyable journey. I mean, that's one thing that we do pride ourselves on, that it's an enjoyable experience building a house with us. Yeah, it should be, one of the best experiences of your life, really exciting, and we want to do everything we can to make it exciting.
People come along for, it sounds a bit cliche, for a journey to build a home that is their forever home for them and their children, or to be passed down, and it has to be everything they wished for when they put the drawings to us.
Well, I think if someone's interested in working with us, the first way is to contact myself, either by email or by phone, and come and have a chat, or I'll come out and have a chat at your property.